Okay, I'm gathering all trans people. They're going female to male, and we're hitting the fucking gym, bro. And then we're beating up transphobic people. Yeah, I need to lock in. Okay, guys. I'm gonna yap here about Juno for a bit. You can tell me if you think I'm wrong or not, but I'm just gonna do a yap sesh. I think it's good content because I've been spending the last few hours playing Juno. I think it's a cool character, honestly. I was wrong about a few things. When I was talking my initial video and on stream because the version we played this was quite different. I'm pretty sure she could headshot. And some other things were changed as well, but I don't know if I can talk about it without getting sniped across the room by Blizzard. So, yeah, some things were changed. But overall, I think the character feels pretty good. I don't think it feels unfair. I played against a few Junos. Her damage output is kind of low, right? Compared to other supports. And I don't think she has that issue of, like, going around and soloing the enemy team. I've had some success in quick play just flanking and doing a bunch of damage. And just getting like 5k, 10k damage. But I do think it's because I'm playing in quick play and I'm playing against, you know, much lower ranked people than me. I don't think you can replicate it that often in high elo. I think her lack of self-sustain probably leads to a lot of issues when playing against actual really good players that are locking in. And you flanking will probably lead to you taking a few shots and having to back away. Which feels pretty good because you can't really just sit there and do your own thing like Kiriko, for example. And if you get pushed, you need to run away. You can't just Suzu with a get off jail free card. So that feels pretty cool. And I think it's cool that she has shields instead of just an ability or something that can heal her. Because, oh my god, this guy just popped up. Because it does allow you to just peek and poke a lot. I think my description for this character still stands. It's like Tracer, but for support. But as I said, damage output isn't too high. Neither for the rockets on the right click. They feel pretty fair, to be honest. You can get some crazy ult charge with it, but it's not like it's gonna deal too much damage. You can do some damage. I think it does like 70 and then like 60 over time or something. I'm not sure about the numbers totally. I just got to play the character today. I think she can stand her own ground. You know, she can stand her own. She can do her own stuff while supporting her team. She doesn't have crazy AoE. She doesn't have crazy single target heals. It's pretty okay. I think it's balanced out by the fact that the character actually needs to shoot stuff and land shots on them to actually explode, to actually heal. I completely didn't expect that tire. And her right click, you know, you can heal with that as well, so it's pretty fine. Her right click cooldown is pretty high though, if I have to be honest. It's like a 10-second cooldown, right? Maybe lower the cooldown by like a second. I think it'll be fine. I don't think they should make the character do too much more damage on her right click, because I think that will feel pretty unfair, to be honest. Maybe they could increase the healing on it, but again, I think it's fine. You can get a big chunk of ult charge pretty fast. I'm gonna ult this. If I can break this. Kind of disappointed by the fact that she doesn't have a crit multiplier, because I think it fit her kit quite nicely. It doesn't have to be a 2x. Could be pretty minor, like 1.5x. Because the character needs to aim, and I keep trying to lock into their heads. Kind of feels... doesn't feel too good to not be able to headshot, I'll be honest. But maybe I'm cooked. Maybe I am cooked, to be honest. I could be slightly cooked, but I feel like they could try it out. If it's too broken, they could change it. They could even lower the main damage and add a crit multiplier. Because I think it would fit her kit. She's quite... Like, it takes skill to play this character, I feel like. When to use your ring, when to flank, healing, managing to heal, your rockets. But I think they've done a good job overall. Her rockets, her ring, her right click. I think visually they look pretty cool and the sound is pretty good. The ring itself, it does feel good to use it in the sense that, to explain this, it feels nice to have another option but Lucio to speed people. It's not too crazy of a speed, but it's still welcome. I don't think the cooldown is too high either, so it's like 16 seconds and lasts like maybe around 5 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, around 6 seconds and lasts. So realistically, it's on like a 10-second cooldown, so you can spam it pretty hard. Oh, they got cooked. It is pretty low cooldown, so you can spam it pretty well. I think if you can get used to it... I keep forgetting about it, though. If you can get used to it and spam it quite often, you can give a lot of value to your team. Yeah, you can combo a lot with her. Also, it is quite good on cough maps where you can just use it on point. People just sit there and run around in circles. I think the design of the character itself is pretty good. And I think they've done a good job of making a support character that doesn't feel too unfair to play, but still has some agency on her own. I do still believe that maybe she's a little bit too weak compared to other supports. And the question is that because other supports are too strong, or is she too weak? Because if you compare the damage to other supports, she does do quite a lot of poke damage, to be honest. But like, she doesn't really have much damage to actually just kill people instantly, which is good. But I don't see her being played over some other characters. I think it's going to take some time before people get used to her. And unless she gets Giga buffed, I don't see her releasing and taking up a support spot instantly after release. Give me a sec. I need to lock in here. Yeah, I don't see her taking up too much. Oh, this could be big. As I said, I don't think she replaces Lucio. I think Lucio's still gonna be my chungus life. I think Lucio's still gonna be mandatory for a lot of pro players. But maybe over time with a bunch of buffs and stuff, it could be swapped with a Juno. Maybe Juno Lucio could be quite good as well, right? Because she provides a lot of poke damage. Lucio provides AoE healing because she really likes AoE healing, except her rockets have a really long cooldown. And she does have some single target healing that's not too OP. So maybe Juno Lucio could be pretty OP. The other issue after that is like, is Juno gonna break the game by making the game too fast for new players? Probably not. I like the game being fast. New players, to be honest. But it feels satisfying to hit her shots. Feels satisfying to learn her abilities. But as I said, there's a few things that I wish they had. Like, I do wish they had a crit multiplier because I think it would make the character a lot more fun. I think the right click is a little bit maybe too weak for the long ass cooldown that it has, right? Like, the cooldown is so long and the damage is so little, it just gets out healed by everything. And give me a second, I'm here in the middle of a fight, dying. Let me rephrase myself here. So I think her ring is fine. I think the cooldown is fine as well. I think her shift is fine. It feels kind of different, kind of weird because you hit your head on a lot of ledges, but the fact that you climb ledges is pretty good. It doesn't stick you, like, you don't get stuck if you try to fly up and you just need a little bit more height. She's quite mobile, so that's pretty good. Her right click is a little bit underwhelming, and her ult, I think is pretty good, to be honest. I think her ult's pretty good. I think it heals like 100 per second. It feels kind of hard to kill stuff there that are being ulted by it. And the damage increase is most welcome. It doesn't feel too oppressive. It doesn't feel too OP. It doesn't feel like if everything instantly dies. And you do need to push with it. You can't just AFK like Baptiste window. 98 heals per second. Okay. Overall, I do think the character is quite nice. I think the character is quite nice. I think they've done a good job. I think people are gonna complain about the character no matter what. But I think it's a well-balanced character. Honestly, right now, this state, before playing it in ranked, before they've made any changes, I think she feels quite balanced. It doesn't feel oppressive to play against. But it could all change. It could easily change because Blizzard, we don't know how the game gets like evolves. Like a small change to a character that's not even Juno could really change stuff, make the character quite broken out of nowhere. And she might be really strong in the hands of like good support players when it releases, or when people get used to her ring, because speed boost is quite a valuable resource in this game. I don't see this being overlooked by pros. But for now, I don't think she's too broken. I think she feels pretty balanced. She feels fun to play. I don't think anyone's felt oppressed. If I press stab, I have 8k heals, 6k damage. Feels pretty normal. It doesn't feel like I was killing anyone solo. It just felt okay. It felt good. It felt good to play. Mobile, runs around, does silly stuff. Cool voice lines. Silly character. Good job overall. The model is nice. The Gooners are happy. The overlay that I have right now is also cute. It's not a part of the game. It is something I did buy online. And yeah, I think it's a cool character. I give it a good solid 8 out of 10. Good solid 8 out of 10. Kick ability, pretty good. I'm excited for the release. I do wonder if they buff her. If I have to be honest, I do think maybe slight buffs. And I think slight buffs will happen on release, and then the character is going to be giga broken. But a lot of people were worried, and I think they shouldn't be. I think they cooked with this one. Definitely cooked. And they've made a lot of cool things, and there's a lot of neat details. And the gameplay loop is pretty fun, because you're running around, you're zooming around, you're shooting, you're poking, you're shooting, you're healing. You can't damage and heal at the same time unless you use your rockets. So it feels pretty fair. Even the auto log doesn't feel too annoying. Because honestly, a lot of the times when I log in, people just go behind the wall. It doesn't chase them around the wall. It just lands on the wall. So, to be honest, the projectile was pretty slow and you could block it by just walking behind the wall and you're shielding it. I will probably try this character to Grandmasters. I do kind of hope they're ass so I can struggle and farm content for a few months. But right now, good character. Good balance. But it does beg the question, if she is too weak compared to other supports because she is weak, or other supports are too strong. But it's a nice character. Fun character. I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy her when she comes out. Yeah, the right click is bad. Anyways, guys, don't forget to check out my Chungus Bungus Dungus subscribe button, YouTube farm or something, you know? And yeah, Marvel Rivals content very soon, guys.